Okay, folks, I'm gonna go and get started updating the Data Science Bootstrap Notes. So let's take a look at this. Um, well, first off, I need to, I would like to see where I'm at. Data Science Bootstrap Notes, right here. Right, so this is where I'm at. Right now I have skills for effective data science, and I have working with AI tools as a thing, and I'm just not particularly happy with the state of it. It's a little too general. So I would like to definitely update this. Let me see if I go to my blog. I'm writing a lot about AI assisted coding. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do. I still have screen brush turned on. All right, okay, let's take that off. So when it comes to using AI, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take skills and I'm gonna split it out. I'm gonna take AI and create a new section. All right, let's actually start with that. So cursor agent mode, new agent. Actually, let me open up make docs.yaml. Make sure, yeah, okay. All right, so within the book, I would like AI to be parallel to skills. Make that reflected in the navigation. And then we're going to start populating the AI section. Do only the move. Don't add anything else just yet. So let's think about that. What are we going to do while that happens? So AI assisted coding. So referencing across code agents. Safe ways to let your coding agent work autonomously. Using coding agents to write your Marimo notebooks. Let's not worry about that. How to use coding agents effectively. All right, let's actually open those up. Okay, these guys. I think these will form the substrate of a new chapter, a new section in the book. I like that. Teach your coding agent with agents.md. Yes. Pick Python trickery. Nope. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think this is just enough. If I were to go and look at the blog posts, great. Yeah, great. I like that. And then if we go to next one, how to reference coder. So you can actually, yeah, this one. Okay, as I'm looking through it, this one there are multiple ways to handle this. You can do like the one thing you don't want to do is basically to copy and paste. That's for sure. All right. Actually, you know what? I like it. I like the way it is. I'm gonna do a dumb and simple thing first. I'm just gonna go each blog post. Let's adapt it to the tone and style of the Data Science Bootstrap Notes. Yeah, let's do that. So, okay, let's move that. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll keep that around. I like that. So then let's start with. That's not the blog. This is the blog post. Actually. Safe ways to let you. How to teach. So I'm going to start with this guy. Yeah. Let's put this into action. For that, I'm going to need my personal website repo. So I got this guy. And corresponds to no, not this one. How to teach. Yeah, so let's add a new chapter under the AI section that is based on the blog post. Adapt this to adapt it to this style of this book. What else am I looking for? I'll do it one by one. Let's go. Holy smokes. Look at that. It did that. just reference that. Yeah, okay. Great. So it's got agents.md as a file. That's amazing. Okay. First thing I definitely want to do is to make sure the new chapter references my blog post URL, which would be that guy. Good writing practice means I don't end up plagiarizing. Okay, so now I like this. Let's go to the next file, agent.md. Okay. Teach your coding agents. Alright, I don't... let's do this one. Let's just talk through it. Alright, let's just talk through it. Take out the terminal. Great. Okay, so let me just talk through what I'm thinking. The opening is a little bit abrupt. We kind of go with like, if there's anything you want to, that's the meta tip that changes everything. I need it to have a little bit more punch. This doesn't do it. What if something that's going through my mind might be like, let's open with, here's the one meta tip that changes everything. If there's anything you want your LM coding agent, blah, 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 blah. I think that's a better opening. Okay, so then let's go down to agents.md. Predictable location. Okay, that's good. I think it's good and all, but I am going to look for particular agents.md that have these things. Yeah, okay. Let me start first with LlamaBot. I have the LlamaBot repo open. Where are you? Which window are you? There you go. Let me look at... So, actually, let's just do this. So, for the LlamaBot, within the LlamaBot repo, I want you to study the agents.md that's inside there. Okay. Let me make sure that transcribes first. Okay, great. And then I want you to study the agents.md and actually put examples from LlamaBot inside this chapter for anything that you see. because I know they're there. Like markdown standards definitely are there. Testing style, I believe it's there. New tooling, that should be there. I don't like how we're doing this. This is getting a lot clearer. I actually want to see the example, the prompt put, yeah, at the, like, llamabots agents.md. There we go. Yeah. Um, I want I want you to quote from agents.md so we actually see what is the exact prompt, because this is actionable. This is what's actionable for the reader. So that means make sure you quote, like put this in a quote block. That is the thing I want to see. That's great. Great. I like it. That's good. Okay, I can dig that. Great. Okay, let's think through it. I'm gonna talk through it. I'm gonna make some edits here. But there's a crucial difference. Agents.md is explicitly created by you. You decide exactly what the agent remembers and how it applies that knowledge. I prefer this approach because it means I have control over what the agent knows and does. It's not really that. Can use this. Best of all, I can use this to steer the agent's behavior in any direction I believe it will support just towards my preferences. Okay, cool. No, it's not my preferences. Towards the standards I hold repository. Okay, cool. So the format. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. Okay, now anytime my agent writes or edits a markdown file, you know what? That's just making me wonder. Did I put that inside agents.md here? Nope, I did not. All right, I need that. You know everything we're writing about in agents.md? I would like you to put that in the root summarize it and put the most important parts, especially about markdown linting, into the repository root agents.md. Okay, I recently adopted Pixie. Most, yep, okay. All right, there's a thing I want to add here, which is secondary benefits. If you put, I had a colleague who's not necessarily well versed in programming, but he was learning Python. He was getting stuff done with the coding agent, and one of the things that I saw him do was he had saw in his code repo. Sorry, one of the things I saw was that he actually had created a fluent functional style classes with method chaining, and I was like, dude, how did you? That code looks beautiful. How did you make that happen? Like, how did you know to do this? And he freely told me, oh, actually, it was AI that did it. And it turns out those instructions were in agents.md. And he told me this, it's all because of you. And I'm like, what? Oh, okay, yeah. So that means there's a little bit more of a powerful point here. If you're someone who is opinionated about how code should look like, and that's okay, everyone should have opinions. If you're opinionated about how code should look like, you actually can help influence and onboard less experienced colleagues onto that style simply by using and vending out agents.md. It's beautiful. Like you can really enable people to adhere to the high standards that you have. And so I think it's something we need to write about, like why, like a secondary benefit. Either it's it's a secondary benefit. I don't want this to be framed as the primary reason why you would want to write an agents.md file, but it is definitely a second order benefit from having a well curated agents.md file. Okay. Oh man, I'm getting a little tired. Okay. Okay. I like how this is being written. Let me just get rid of that dash. Adopting. Yeah, okay, cool. I don't know what I want to say with Enweny. saw those patterns. Okay. I'm going to put double dash. Transfer mechanism that scales, yes. Yep, okay. Cool. Cool. I really want to find a way to weave in the fact that we have, yeah, like you can take it one step further because we're going to add in another chapter on MCP servers, and I really want to hammer home the point that with an MCP server, you can actually you can solve the software distribution problem for prompts. Prompts are scripts. Oh man, like how do I write this in? Okay, I there's so many ideas going through my head right now. Well, let's end this by actually just putting a link to LlamaBot's agents.md. So it's GitHub, my username, ERICMJL/LlamaBot, and then link to agents.md so that people can take a look at it there. Okay, where do I see it in action? See it in action right there. Let me go there, command click, verify that it's going there. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Okay, great. I'm gonna call it a day for now. On this one at least. Yeah. Functional over OOP. Yeah, I'm kind of tired shot right now, but I do know maybe it's a better, yeah, okay, this is going to be a better move if I, so let me commit it all. GACP, get add, commit, and push. Great, LlamaBot's creating my commit message. Auto pushed. Ah. Let's go back to this agent. Do it for the next few blog posts. Want the drafts out first. Then I want to go to a branch and do the editing on a branch because I don't want to forget. I'm gonna need to. I want to have those other 3 blog posts in, sort of modified and put inside here, inside the book. But I also want to do it on a branch because I'm not ready to publish those without review. doing what it's doing. Okay, that's good. Man, I dozed off just now. Live on. I dozed off live. Live on stream. Alright, here we go. Yeah. So, just more meta level. I think I'm going to get the cursor agent. Alright. Now let's think a little bit more meta level. I'd like you to inspect the contents of the 4 chapters, and I want you to go and brainstorm for me how we can make it a little bit better. I will eventually go and do a in-depth review, probably when I'm on the plane or something, or when we hit Florida. Yeah, but this one I gotta. I just wanna see what the draft looks like. Okay, one thing that I'm definitely noticing, this is mimicking too much of my blog writing style, and I don't know. It just does not. I'm gonna ask Cursor Agent whether it sounds like the style that's present in the rest of the book. Yeah, so let's make that. Let's do that. Okay, good. Makedocs.yaml is being updated. Okay, so definitely, I think a big one is I want to know how to reorganize the AI section a lot better so that it can match the style and tone that I've set within the rest of the book. Oh yeah, what a good critique. Tool and technique focus rather than workflow use case focus. Yeah, that's right. Building from philosophy to practice. Wow. Okay, that's great, man. Those are total. I can see that. Working with AI tools. Content gaps to fill. We're gonna stop here for a moment. I'm definitely getting a tad too tired, so let's stop. I want you to save the contents of AI section analysis into GitHub as an issue so that we can pick up on it later, and then commit the rest of the files on the branch. Don't commit AI section analysis. Actually, hold on, before we go on. Then when you're done, make sure you open up a pull request for the AI section. Okay, git push, awesome. Okay, cool stuff. All right, let's just remove that guy since we have it. Okay. We have an issue open and make the PR. Let's just make the PR. All right. I'm gonna stop the stream now. We're gonna come back probably in the future to work on the branch, work on the writing for this guy. I might do this off cam just because it'd be a bit easier. Yeah, I might do it off cam, but this was fun. This was fun. I loved getting what I've experienced into the book. It definitely needs to be rewritten and done with a little bit more finesse though. All right, cool. Hope that was fun. That was fun for me. I'm just really tired. Have a good night, guys. Have a good night, y'all.